The Jewish holiday of Purim that is starting tomorrow night is basically kind of like the Halloween of Judaism because everybody dresses up and there's tons and tons of candy, especially for the kids. And what do we do with how do we help our kids eat less candy on Purim? So welcome everyone. My name is Zippi. I'm a registered nurse and certified food addiction counselor. And welcome to my weekly live. This is a weekly vlog that I try to give tips and motivation for people who want to reduce or completely really get off sugar. And one of the biggest dilemmas that people talk to me about is how to help our children eat less sugar. There is so much more junk food around today than there used to be. It's cheaper, there's more kinds, there's more flavors, which makes us want to try every single one. And kids have the capacity to eat a lot more sweets than adults. They're biologically wired to want sweet. You know, when sometimes people will eat something sweet and it's already too nudgy and it's not even tasty anymore. Kids, they don't care. They love it. They'll eat amounts of sugar that even most adults aren't able to eat. I'm not talking about the clients who come to me to do a sugar detox. Usually they're eating unhealthy amounts of sugar, but I'm talking about your average adults and your average children. Your average children can eat more sweet than your average adults because they're just biologically wired to do that. But in today's nutritional environment, that survival mechanism is working against our children because the harms of overconsumption of sugar is becoming more and more, clear today. And especially, the liver, for example, which is at the front line of metabolizing all that sweet stuff that we eat. Children's livers are not as they're young. They can't take all that sugar, and it's becoming very, very problematic. And nobody's the harms of sugar are so bad that nobody's even talking about cavities anymore. But kids' teeth are dentists tell me how kids have terrible teeth today because of all the sugar they're consuming. So there's more junk food and more sweets, more kinds. It's more available. It's cheaper and easier to get. And then there's also more sugar being put in our regular food, which we don't know about as many times or don't even count. So how can we help on a day like Purim or Halloween or, these holidays or Easter, for example, when there's a lot of chocolates going around, right? All those Easter eggs. How do we help our children eat less candy on these candy-filled holidays? So I want to give a few tips how we can do that without fighting with them or saying to them it's not healthy, you're going to get fat, or it's bad for your teeth, don't eat, leave some for tomorrow, don't eat it all today. Does that really help? Have you tried that? Do your kids really listen to you when you tell them that? I mean, come on. So first of all, I am going to say, and I learned this from a dietitian who treats children with overweight and obesity problems. And she said one thing that I think is absolutely true. When older children are on their own, in school, at a party, whatever it is, you as a parent have no control. Just saying to them, don't eat too much at the party, don't eat too much, it's just gonna make them eat the junk, but feel guilty about it. And that's not what we want to teach them, that, you're eating junk because you can't help yourself and you're gonna also feel guilty about it. So just let it go. Let it go. They're gonna do whatever they want, no matter what you tell them. So just let it go. Don't fight about those things. When you're not there, you have no control. Let it go. But where you do have control, for example, is at home. Now, I don't know about, the non-Jewish holidays, but I can tell you that on a holiday of Purim, what usually happens is that there's all these cakes and candies and chocolates and sweet drinks hanging around because you get these packages and you have to make packages and give packages, and the kids are getting packages and they're making packages and giving packages. So there's all this junk just hanging around on the table, on the dining room table, and on the counter and on the kitchen table all day for hours. This is something that causes a lot of unconscious eating. And also, we really do eat with our eyes. What we see, we're more tempted to eat and want, especially when it is food that has been engineered to be tempting and specifically packaged to be even more tempting. So what I would say is, as much as you possibly can on Purim, on this holiday, any cakes, chocolates, junk, sweet drinks that are, put them away. Put them away in closed containers and bags that you don't see through them. Make all the drinks, put them immediately in the fridge. Don't leave the stuff hanging around. If you don't leave it hanging around, people will eat less. You'll eat less and your kids will eat less. So that's definitely one of the things. The other thing that you can help your children do, if you really want them to save some of their candy for later, telling them don't eat all of it, leave some for later, is not going to help. What will help though, you can sit with them and say to them, you got a lot of candy. And maybe it would be a good idea to save some for other days, because then you'll have some today, but you'll have also later in the other days. And then, this is the most important part, sit with them and put it into separate. They should decide what they want for tomorrow, for the next day, for the day after that, and whatever it is for those 3, 4, 5 days that the candy is being divided into, and they put it in a bag with their name on it and the day that it is saved for. So it's like, little David, he has his bag for Thursday, his bag for Friday, his bag for Shabbat, Saturday, his bag for Sunday, and his bag for Monday, and you put it somewhere away. This way, he really, it makes it very, very clear what is for tomorrow, what is being saved for the day after, what is being saved. And you can do this together, together with the child. You decide together what candies or which sweets or which snacks or whatever it is being saved for when. And then you put it in a package labeled for that day. And the last tip I'm going to give, which is one of my favorite tips, and it's amazing how well it works, is you can offer to buy the candies from your children for money or toys. But I recommend that it should be a nice sum of money or a nice toy, something like that they've wanted. If it's something that's really worth it to them, they very, very willingly give up these candies for money or for toys or for whatever it is, some kind of thing that you'll buy for them. So that is like a real win-win situation, because they get something they like, and you are really helping them to give up in a very positive and willing way, eating all these harmful junk foods. So here are some great, I think, tips, and I'd love to hear from you. If you have other tips that you know from your experience, please share them in the comments below. If you liked this video, you should know that every like, comment, and share puts this video in front of more people so they can hear these important messages. So thank you very much for passing this on by liking, sharing, and commenting. And let's all remember also the reasons we celebrate Purim that are not connected to food. Purim is not just about, are we drinking alcohol or not drinking alcohol, eating the candies and cakes and chocolates or not eating them. It's also, this is a holiday where the real theme is giving. The theme is community. The theme is that even sometimes when the future looks bleak, there is hope and things can turn out really, really well. So these are, I think, the themes, the things that we really can focus on that are not about food, not about junk food, and are very important to think about and remember on Purim. So when you go to the Purim party or the Purim Suda, the meal, maybe think, what can you give and not just what you will be getting? Happy Purim. I wish you all a wonderful day. I will give an announcement that the day and time of my weekly live will probably be changing. So stay tuned on my Facebook and YouTube, on my Facebook page, Zippi Livnet, GPS to Sugar Free. Have a very, very happy holiday. Love you all. Bye-bye.